Remember, new words helps us to improve our vocabulary. But are you finding it hard to memorize new words? Well, we all face difficulty. We all face tough time. You are not the only one. There are so many who struggle to memorize new words. So today I am going to share with you some useful tips and tricks which will surely help you to improve your vocabulary. Also, at the end of the video, there is a bonus tip for you guys. So please follow till the end. Hello and welcome to Hello English. My name is Rupam and I welcome you all to my channel. So before we start, just one request. If you like my video, please do subscribe. The first point which I am going to share with you is you have to make your own dictionary. Yes, you are not going to buy any dictionary from the market. It will be your own dictionary. Now you're thinking, own dictionary? What does it mean? I'm explaining you. Listen. Now, how to improve our vocabulary? One of the best way is by reading newspaper. One of the best way is by reading books. So, on a daily basis, make a habit, at least for 15 to 20 minutes. Read something, whatever you like. No need to buy newspaper, no need to buy books. Everything is online. I will show you how to do that. Before that, let me tell you what is the process. Suppose you're reading a newspaper. When you read the newspaper, you come across some new words. Don't skip that word. Write it down in a notebook or a diary. That notebook or your diary will become your dictionary. So suppose today you decide to read a newspaper online. Okay, so you can go online and let me show you now how you can read the newspaper. First, let's go to Google. Okay, once you go to Google, type newspaper, any newspaper, Times of India. As I am in India, so I'm typing Times of India. Great. So we get this newspaper now, Times of India. Now you have different categories: city, India, world, business, technology, cricket, sports, entertainment, anything, whichever is your choice, whichever you want to read, you can just go and you can read. Now, if you want, I'll go to entertainment. So, see, there are so many topics. Just choose anyone if you want to read. So here it is. Shah Rukh Khan did not like lungi dance initially and took 3 weeks to decide about it. Now, when you read, you need to note down the words which you don't understand. Okay? In an exclusive interview at E-Times, music composer, singer and rapper Honey Singh shared details about his apprehension. Now, if you find this word is little confusing for you, you note down this word and write it in your dictionary. You saw that? So you can read newspaper online also, any topic you like. Now, whatever new words you come across, keep a note. Okay? As I have showed you just now that while reading the newspaper you have come across some word, keep a note of the word. Next thing is that you need to find the meaning of that word. So now, how to find the meaning? Same way. Let me show you how you can do this in Google. Apprehension. Now, if you find this word is little confusing for you, you note down this word and write it in your dictionary. Once you write this down in your dictionary, then the second step is that, okay, we will go to Google and we'll search the meaning for this apprehension meaning. Great, we get this. See, apprehension meaning, we get it. Anxiety or fear that something bad or unpleasant will happen. This is how you can find out the meaning for any word. Got this? One more thing I want to tell you. Learning is a process. It should not be boring. Okay, if you don't like newspaper, read books. If you don't like books, read novels. Anything, whatever you like. Online, offline, anything. But you have to make sure that it should not be too tough. The language should not be too tough. First, you can start with some kids' moral stories, which is a very good way to enhance our vocabulary. I tried initially when I started learning English, I tried that way. I started reading some moral stories of kids. It's interesting, plus we come across small words, new words, which is easy to remember. So you can try it that way. Okay, let me show you. Once you log into Google, just type kids story in English. Okay, now I find 25 best moral stories for kids in English. Chimes Radio. I usually read from here. Okay, just click here. See, you get so many stories. Beautiful stories you get. Okay, first let us read anything. Okay, here suppose the wolf and the crane. One day a wolf was eating the flesh of an animal it had killed. A little bone got stuck in his throat and he was unable to swallow it. What is the meaning of swallow? So this type of words, okay, these are easy words, but if you feel it is confusing, you can note down these words and try to search in Google the same way which I have showed you. Got it? So once you are comfortable with kids' stories, you can move on to your own favorite stories or whatever you like, online, offline. And yes, don't pressurize yourself. Don't write down 50, 20, 30 words in a day. That will not help you also. Try to write down at least 10 words, 10 new words every day. You know what will happen? When you write down 10 words and write down the meaning, at the end of the day you will remember maximum 2 or 3. That is the reality. That 2 words which you remember, at the end of a month, after 30 days, you get 60 new words in your mind. That's well enough, that's good enough. And yes, it's just not only memorizing. You need to use those words in your daily life. If you have people with you, if you have friends, family members who are there to support you, with whom you can speak in English, that's excellent. But if you're alone, if you don't have anyone who can support you, who can help you in learning English, don't worry, guys. You have to make the difference. You alone can do it. Just sit down anywhere, talk to yourself. Stand in front of the mirror, talk to yourself. Words you've learned today, you can say the same thing in your mind. Got it? Now the next process is that once you've got the words, try to make sentences out of that. Yes, you need to make sentences out of that. So let me show you how you can do that online. So once we log into Google, we need to find out the meaning of any word. Suppose while reading the newspaper or book, you came across the word called monk. Suppose you got the word monk. So in order to make a sentence, you first of all need to know the meaning for that. Monk means a person who is a member of a religious order and lives in a monastery. Okay? Monk means someone who lives in a monastery or who is a religious person. More of that. Now, how to frame sentences with that? In that only, monk, sentences. Sentence. Okay? You just can type in an easy way. So, there has been given easy way to frame sentence. Buddhist monk sat with folded palms. This is one example given. Secondly, he decided to give away everything he possessed and become a monk. So now you got some idea of how to frame sentences. It's your turn now to make sentence with this word monk. So you can just think for a while and note it down. Last time when I visited the monastery, I saw few monks. This is how you can frame sentence of your own. Got it? This is how you can frame sentences. Once you get the sentences, you have to make your own sentences after that. Okay, you make your own sentences. Remember, this is important. So this part is done. The next very important part is that revision. Revision is very important. So whatever words you've written it down, you know the meaning now, you know how to frame sentences. At the end of the day, those 2 words which you have remembered, you learned 10 words, right? And you can remember 2 or 3 words. You just try to revise. Okay, you just try to revise yourself. Open your diary, go through all the 10 words. You will remember at least 2 or 3 of them. That's good. So once you do the revision at the end of the day, and after a week, you get in all the 7 days, you write down all the words, you just revise it again at the end of a week. That's how you can remember words in your mind for a long time, for the rest of your life. Great. One more thing I want to share with you. Not only reading, you can go through movies or documentaries. Short movies also you can see. Okay, what you can do is that one very important thing is that, see, I will tell you. Many people advise in the internet also, I saw, you have to see American movies, you have to see movies which have different accent, which is so difficult for us to understand. Stop. Not required. No need. We are not learning any hi-fi American English. We want to talk in English. We want to understand English. We want to be fluent in English. That is more than enough. For that, what you can do? You can see movies of your native country. I'm an Indian. And how I learned? I started watching movies, Indian movies, which is made in English. Suppose you are from Malaysia or Sri Lanka. You can watch movies which is made in your country, but in English. Okay? If you have the subtitle, it's fine. If you don't have the subtitle, I can guarantee you will understand. Because it's been made in your country and it's a normal accent which you always hear around you. Got it? Let me show you how you can do this online. You can log into YouTube. Once you log into YouTube, you can just click here, Indian English movies. See, now I get so many movies down the line. Okay, so suppose if I click here.
So you passed your 10th, huh?
Was I the one who failed you in the 10th?
Pour some sambar.
Puttu?
Definitely. What do you thought of doing mango plantation?
I have put fence around it. You're asking the same again and again.
What with fence?
This is the process how you can access movies and you can watch movies in your native town. Great. So, I hope you will follow these tips. Finally, we come to our bonus tip. Now, once you know the words, it is also important to get the pronunciation for that. You need to pronounce the word correctly. How to learn pronunciation for the new words? Let me show you. In order to find the correct pronunciation for any word, okay, how to do and what to do. So, okay, suddenly, we take the word suddenly. Okay, we have to type suddenly, meaning. So when you type this word, suppose if you want to know how to pronounce this word suddenly, you come to this page and you can see this symbol. You need to click here, see what it says.
Suddenly.
Suddenly. Okay, suddenly. One more time.
Suddenly.
Suddenly. So in this way, you can find the correct pronunciation for any word. So we come to the end of the video. Just want to tell you a few things. Vocabulary is one of the main tools to learn English language. If you don't have enough words in your mind, it gets difficult for any one of us to communicate. So the more words you know, the better your skill will be. I hope you like the video. I wish you all the best. Keep learning, guys. Don't give up. Thank you so much. फिर मिलेंगे.